Hey guys, so this is my update on our meetings for Penn State Atheistic Gnostic Association. This is from the February 2nd meeting where we just went through a whole bunch of different questions, some of which we didn't originally think about talking about. And I'm just going to summarize some of what we did and kind of put my own spin to it. Because this is my webcam and I do what I want. We asked the question, can atheism and agnosticism be considered faiths? Can they be considered religions, ideologies? And the consensus was usually no, because atheist, agnosticism, non-believers, there's so many different levels that people believe, and it's really a lack of religion as opposed to having one. Somebody said not being part of a religion depends on your approach to faith. We also talked about how somebody said that they wish there was some sort of secular leader to lead wedding ceremonies and stuff like that. They actually have them, but in order to really develop and create a strong, single secular leaders, sort of like pastors and priests and rabbis and that sort of thing, that it comes with time and movement. Atheism, agnosticism, non-believers, it's a new thing, so we don't have much time. We also discussed if we should have a room in Pascagoula. Some people think that it's not right because we're not a spiritual group, but some people also said, yeah, because, we are sort of a spiritual group, and people go to get advice from pastors or priests or rabbis or other members of a faith. And what if a student is questioning their faith? Who better to be there than someone who's already without one? And we also should have our voice be heard, and we're part of center group discussions, which involves all of the other groups who get a room in Pascagoula. And so it's a good place for us to be. Also, who's more interested in asking questions to atheists than believers? We also talked about death, lots of death. That was happy. Is murder ever ethical? Can torture ever be justified? Is torture ethical? What are the limitations on torture? We mostly said if torture was effective, yes. Torture would be fine, but torture is usually not effective. We're fine. We defined murder as killing on purpose. We discussed the death penalty and basically came to the conclusion that since it costs more, it doesn't really do us any good to kill people. I don't think, at least I'm not against the death penalty because we're killing someone. I'm against the death penalty because I don't want to have to pay for it. Assassination, and we said it doesn't seem effective because if you assassinate a big leader who's committing genocide and stuff like that, they probably still have followers who will keep doing what they were told. Yeah, and we said, people's lives being saved is more important than, killing one bad for the greater good is okay. Let's see. Basically, a lot of the thing was golden rule. If I don't want it done to me, so I wouldn't wait. Taking notes in shorthand makes this difficult. Some people said if I wouldn't want it done to me, I wouldn't do it to someone else. And there's no difference between psychologically torturing someone and physically torturing someone. Some people think psychological torture is worse. Killing in the military, it's unique. You're willing to kill for the country. You kind of hand in your right to make decisions. You are a tool for the greater good that you believe in. And, we brought up a lot of different scenarios in which, what if you get an order to kill, like, a camp of people who you aren't sure who they are, but they might be enemies. We actually have someone who comes to the group, James, who's actually doing military stuff, so it was really nice having him there. He could tell us, he could inform us on military protocol, which helped our questions a lot. Basically said, get evidence before you're killing. Just, you're still the person killing the person. Get evidence so you know you're not doing the wrong thing. And some people brought up the fact that during war, your adrenaline is pumping and you don't really know what's going on, and it's crazy. And there are a lot of unclear kills where sometimes people kill someone who's innocent, but they thought full-heartedly that that person was bad. We talked about death from an atheist perspective, which is really a different thing for each person. Because some people are atheists, some people are agnostic, some people are anti-theists, just secular humanists. It varies what we believe. Most believe that you die, and then you're done. That's it. You die. Death is scary. Life is finite. And you really need to live this life as if it is your only one. Because it is. But, yeah. Some people said that death isn't really scary because you die and then you don't know you're dying, so you're dead, and that sort of thing. And a lot of people were like, a lot of people think an afterlife would be nice. Like, it would be nice to either be reincarnated or, like, live in a place that's freaking awesome. You'll not be able to access shit. What? Okay, right. I think Daniel brought up the point that when you die, all of your senses shut down. Therefore, afterlife not likely because your senses and your brain are what control everything. Sorry if you didn't say that and that made you angry. Death gives life meaning because if you die, some people want to be remembered. I made a note that Scott needs to stop talking. Assuming life comes from pure biology, everybody dies. It happens. Katie, actually, one of our sweet Jesus lovers, asked, are you afraid of death, and what if you're wrong? People agreed that, I didn't hear anyone speak out against this particular thing. A lot of people agreed that they wouldn't want to be with a God who damns them just because they didn't believe in him. Like, if they lived a good life and they get damned just because they didn't believe in him, they wouldn't want to be with this person who can't overlook the fact that someone didn't like him. Or her. I'm not judging. And somebody said, I don't think conversion now would do anything. Like, God's not really going to buy that, oh yeah, I've loved you all the time. Never said something bad. I mean, God is an all-knowing being. At least that's what the Bible says. So he would know that you were completely and totally BSing him. Dana said, heaven for the climate, hell for the company. Which is a beautiful quote talking about all these things that could send you to hell that really just make life fun. You know? So I only have one thing left to say. And maybe someone can tell me what I wanted to say with this. I said, dying part is like what would suck. Maybe people are, maybe, sorry this sucks so much, but I'm gonna put my thoughts back together when I start recording things. Okay, dying part is like what would suck. Oh yeah, duh, this is simple. Sorry, getting stabbed would suck, and you're dying, and it's painful. Like, that part would suck. After you're dead, you don't really care, because you're dead. So yeah, summarization of our discussions. We went to Redifer after. That was awesome. I paid for some people's meals and Redifer because I'm awesome. And yeah. So, can't wait to see people at the next meeting. I don't know where the end button is. Just kidding.